Get ready to deck your table or counter space with these adorable gingerbread tiered tray DIYs. In this video, I'll show you how to create quick and easy festive gingerbread theme decor perfect for your tier trays this holiday season. From mini gingerbread houses to cute and faux marshmallow accents, these DIY projects are simple, budget-friendly, and sure to bring a cozy Christmas vibe to your home. Perfect for any skill level, these ideas will make your seasonal decor stand out. So let's get crafting. We're starting with this set of 3 wooden blocks from the Dollar Tree, and this idea or this DIY was inspired by something that I saw on Pinterest. So now we're going to paint these with white, and this is white acrylic from Apple Barrel, and I gave that 2 good coats. And this is espresso from PLAID plastic paint, and this is going to be my chocolate on top of my marshmallows, because these are mini marshmallows, that's what they are. You can also use the foam dye from the Dollar Tree. These are what I had in my stash, so I'm using that. And of course, take the inspiration and make it yours. So I poured some of the chocolate paint, it does look like chocolate, on top of one of my blocks, and I'm just allowing it to drip along the side. I didn't want it to go too far down, and I'm just assisting or helping it along with the paintbrush. And then whatever was too much, I just wiped some off and I put that on top of the next. So because I didn't want it to run too much, I took the heat gun and I'm just drying that a little bit. I got this pack of nail art, Christmas nail art. Yes, they're nail art. And they are made from silicone. So I just took some out. We have candy cane, have some little Santas, and some red and green stripes. So I placed that on top of one of my little block here, because that's going to be the one for the top. And for the top of your marshmallow, you can go all out. You can do as little embellishment or a lot. I saw some with some very over the top embellishment, and it looked so nice, but I just wanted to keep it simple. And then I took my black ink pen and I'm drawing in the face on the middle block. I drew some eyes. I didn't trust myself to just start painting, so I'm using the pen to draw in what I needed before. And this is going to be the little girl. Yes, because her face is, I'm giving her a girly face. What am I doing next? Okay, here I go with the black paint pen and I'm just coloring in the eyes, the lips, or the mouth, should say. That's not lips. And I'm going to do the same with the 2 other blocks. This one, I went straight with the paint pen. I didn't use the pen, the black ink pen, to draw in first. Because of course, after doing the first one, I was a little more confident in doing it with the paint pen. But for the mouth, because the paint pen, the point of the paint pen is a little thicker, I had to use the pen to draw that in. So I have like a guide when I'm using the paint pen. Now after that was done, I'm going to take some of this Apple Barrel Cameo Pink and my little dotting tool from Dollar Tree, and I just dip that in the paint and I'm giving all of them rosy cheeks. Next, I took the heat gun and I'm just drying everything, because of course the paint is still wet, so I want to be careful. And then I took the same dotting tool and the white pen, not the white pen, the white paint this time, and I'm dotting in the eyes just to give them that sparkle. And now they're coming to life. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Off camera, I made a little finger bow with red and white baker's twine, and I'm gluing that right on there, the chin of the little girl, because she's a girl. Now I'm going to be gluing these together. I'm using some wood glue as well as some hot glue, just applying the wood glue in different areas on this one, so that's going to be the bottom one. So next I glued on the top one onto the middle one, and this is it, guys. No, you can't tell me that this is not cute. Cuteness overload, love it. Don't go anywhere, more cuteness on the way. Now this is Talented Creators Collaboration hosted by DIY with Aurea and Loli from Loli D's Creation, and their guest host this month is JC from Crafting with JC. These ladies are very talented. Links to their channels will be in the description box below, as well as the playlist. Now let's jump into our second inspiration. I got this birdhouse from Michael's. I believe I paid 59 cents for this, and it has been in my stash for a while. So I removed the sticker and I'm just sanding it down. I like to sand down the surface of my project before I start painting, and that's just to get any of the rough edges off the wood. So once I sanded that down, I am going to give this, well, I taped up the tag because this is actually an ornament. It can be used as an ornament as well as freestanding. I did not want that tag to get in my way, so I'm just taping that up, and I also didn't want to remove it. So next I'm going to paint this with a mixture of espresso from Folk Art Plastic as well as Folk Art Coffee Latte. If you are enjoying the video so far, be sure to give it a like and leave me a comment down below and let me know that you are enjoying the content. Your interaction with the video signals to YouTube that you enjoy the content, and so they will recommend it to viewers like yourself. So this is what it looks like, all chocolatey. So now I had this grand idea of using a piece of cardboard, but I'm removing the two outer sides to give me that corrugated internal piece. It's because initially I wanted to put that on the roof, but then I decided that it would look much better if I put it on the side. So after I removed the two sides from the cardboard, now I now have this middle piece which I'm going to be gluing around the side. Now all of this wasn't a forethought. It came to me or after I finished painted it. Then I took this puffy paint that I got from Walmart. Didn't get this from the Dollar Tree. And then my grand idea was to just use that on the roof. So here I'm just going around the roof with the puffy paint because we're turning this into a little gingerbread house. You have to be careful with this because it's still wet. And then after I trim down my cardboard, now I'm going to glue that on the side right around my little birdhouse. It didn't go all the way around, but that's okay. We're crafters and we can make magic. So I'm going to fix that. Now I want to send birthday shout out to Amy with Crafting with Amy. Her birthday was on the 1st of October. Amy, I hope you had a wonderful birthday, and I wish you many, many, many more birthdays with lots of blessings to come. And I also want to thank all of my subscribers for your support. You guys are awesome. I truly appreciate all of you. And if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come along and join my DIY crafting family. Next, I took one of these fine tip tops that came in a pack of 6 from PLAID, and this is meant to be used on your little 8-ounce paint bottles, just like you see me doing, and it allows your paint to come out in very fine strokes. So I'm using just like the puffy paint, the tip of the puffy paint. I'm using this to give me some little small dots of red on my gingerbread house. Now if you don't have this, you can use a fine tip paintbrush and just dip that in the paint and just barely apply it on your surface without stroking. Just use the tip of the paintbrush. That's fine. And here is where I am fixing that open space on our little gingerbread house. It's no longer a bird house. I decided to leave that little perch where the bird would perch, or where the bird would sit. That's too many perch in this one sentence, Christine. But anyway, I decided to leave it. So I'm just joining little pieces just to cover up the open space. Next, I needed more little curves on my gingerbread house top. So I took my puffy paint again, and I'm going around to give that a second row. And I did the same thing with the red paint and the fine tip top to fill in those spaces. And there it is. I also did use the puffy paint for those little dots, and I'm just adding some of the little silicone pieces right on top of those little dots. Now this is optional, I'm just doing that. Now for that inside piece where you see me showing, I'm using my baker's twine to just go all the way around that. And this is what it looks like. Love it. Now we're on to our next inspiration. This is a little cutting board from Dollar General. I picked this up for 50 cents when they had their fall sale, and I used my coffee latte and I gave that 2 good coats. I also removed that gobble word that was there, sanded it down. So I'm gonna turn this little cutting board into a little gingerbread house. So I took the pencil and I'm just drawing a little lattice right around the sides, and I'm doing this gentle because I don't want to leave an imprint when I was done. Then I took my folk art flat in coconut milk, and I'm going to use that to paint in the lattice. And guys, if you've been following me long enough, you know that I don't leave any real estate on the table. So stay tuned for the other side of this project, because there is going to be another side in another video. Yes, I love reversible or double-sided. Next, I took the heat gun and I'm drying this properly. I don't want to start working any further until I know that it's dried properly. And now it's time to embellish. I took this marker and I'm just using that to trace out a circle right there. I traced the circle, and then after I traced it, I changed my mind and went to do something else. You'll see that in a minute. So then I took my ruler and I'm just leveling this or evening this out, because I'm going to be drawing windows. And again, just lightly using the pencil, not too hard, just enough to show me where I need to use my paint. And then I drew the door in like an arch. And after I did that, I changed my mind again, but you'll see what I did in a little bit. So then I took this white paint pen from the Dollar Tree and drew the windows in. And then I took my large craft stick. See where I drew the door in? I didn't like that the door was so flat. So I took this large or this jumbo craft stick, cut down a piece, and then just glue that there using some hot glue and wood glue. And then to give my windows a 3D effect, I went with the puffy paint and just went around where I had painted with the paint pen to just lift that a little. And I like how this is coming together. And now to put something to this at the sides of my house, I took the pencil again and I'm freehanding, drawing in 2 candy cane. Now if you have anything else like whether a graphic, candy cane stickers, transfers, that would be perfect right here. You could also use Christmas trees. I didn't have anything like that, and of course I sometimes like to freehand and you will see a lot of drawing in this video. So I drew my candy canes in. I don't know why I went with this light shade paint pen. It didn't do anything for me, but I went with it anyway and just gave some strokes on my candy cane. Oh, I did use the red paint pen you see at the side there to paint in the candy canes. And of course, always ensuring that I dry properly. Now this is where I changed my mind with the top piece, and I used the puffy paint bottle and draw a bigger circle. This garland, vine garland, I got this from Temu. At first I thought I could have gone around the circle and do a wreath. That wouldn't work or wasn't working. So then I took the green paint pen and just painted in the circle to give me a wreath. And then now I decided, okay, so this is too flat. I still need something else. Drying that, of course, as I always mention, make sure to dry before you do anything else. And then I cut off the leaves of the vine, and I figured I would use those right around my wreath. So I took the Fix-It-All glue and added some, and here I am now just I'm gluing on the leaves onto the wreath to give it that 3D effect. And I went all the way around until my wreath was done. If you're still here, give me a gingerbread emoji down in the comments. Let me know you're still here enjoying the content. Now after I finished my wreath, I went again with my fine tip top on my red paint, and I'm adding little berries, just lightly dapping the paint on top of the leaves to give it the impression that they are berries. And to highlight or to give further embellishment, I took my baker's twine again, and I'm just going around the edge of the lattice just to make that pop and to give it some definition. Don't forget to check out the host channels in my description box. That is Aurea, Loli D, and JC, as well as the playlist. I'm sure you will find a lot of amazing inspiration on this playlist. Now, because I did not apply my Mod Podge as yet, as you saw there, I took a fine paintbrush and just lightly went around the areas that I needed to Mod Podge. And the door was looking too plain, so I'm just adding a little decorative drawing on here to, just give it that impression that it's a real door. I didn't want to paint it. I felt that the natural shade of this craft stick added some dimension to that as well. And my friends, I am loving this already. Let me know what you think. Now we are on to our next inspiration. I also got this little gingerbread light. I got this from Dollar General, and this is how I'll be painting. The white edge of the house is gonna be white, the middle is gonna be pink, and our little gingerbread girl is going to be coffee latte. So here it is, all dried. Now I'm taking the red paint pen and I'm painting in her bowl. There are sections on here that had some holes. I couldn't do anything with those, so I took the paint pen, painted in my candy cane, and then I decided, okay, let me just use the puffy paint to try and fill in those openings. And then I had the grand idea to use the hot glue and cover up the holes where her eyes were and her mouth, so I could paint that. So after the hot glue dried, I took a little X-Acto knife and just cut off where the excess spilled over. I could have used the heat gun, but then the purpose is to have it solid and not melted. And then I went in now with a little black paint and a fine paintbrush and painted over the mouth and the eyes. And I'm glad I did that because now she looks more realistic. And then I took the pointed tool and the pink paint and gave her some rosy cheeks. And this is what it looks like. But of course I'm drying, and I wasn't quite happy that it still looked a little plain, so I went with the puffy paint right around the edge of the lattice to just make that section pop. And I also gave her sparkle in her eyes. And now she looks like a little brown gingerbread girl. And then here I'm just applying my Mod Podge to the areas that need it. Being very careful because I just added paint and all of that thing. So I'm just being very careful in adding the Mod Podge. And this is where I'm adding the puffy paint around the lattice. And that's just about all I could do with this little wooden lighted box gingerbread. Now we're here for the final reveal. Here are our Tiered Tray DIYs, gingerbread theme. Like I mentioned earlier, this is going to be part 1 of a 2-part series. You have to stick around to see the next video coming next week. But let me know which one of these was your favorite. I know they all are my favorite because I love gingerbread. But if I had to choose, I would say it is going to be no, let me not choose. You let me know which one was your favorite. And don't forget, guys, if you have not yet subscribed, do so before you leave. I would truly appreciate you joining my family. And also like, share, and comment below, because all of those interactions helps to push this video out to more viewers like yourself. And if you love budget-friendly content like this one, I suggest this video right here or this playlist. And stay safe, my friends, until my next one. Bye.